So one of the things I've been wanting to talk about, and I'd written an entire list of things due to the fact that I think maybe, I have something to say. I have something that people will listen to. Been out of a job for a while. Normally I would be far more clean shaven. I would actually do my hair. Probably not wear this raggedy ass gym clothes. I figure that, something that I can move on with in life and something that I can at least try out, whether it's fun, whether it's, people hate it. I don't really care because this is more for me. I mean, this is something that, like, say, I wanted to talk about to people who may want to listen, but primarily for me to just vent or talk about the things that interest me. And if they interest you, great. If they don't interest you, well, there are plenty of other channels out there that you can watch that are probably filled with a lot nicer people. So, one of the things I wanted to talk about was life in general. Life is tough, obviously. I mean, everybody's going through it. Some people, life is a little bit easier due to, say, money, friends, relationships. I am, I guess, picky with friends. I don't tend to just come across somebody or meet somebody somewhere and say, hey, let's be buddies, Let's go hang out. Let's go have a beer. Let's go drink some coffee and talk about stuff that people talk about. No, I have a very specific type of things that I appreciate and things that I like to do and that I enjoy doing. And unfortunately, not a lot of people fall into those types of categories. Like one of my favorite hobbies is playing disc golf. Or, I really enjoy bowling. I mean, I've grown up bowling my entire life. I think it's cool. I think it's something that I've always liked. My family was into it. My father, my mom, my grandfather. I mean, literally the cost of bowling is far more expensive than, say, a lot of other games. Like, say, I love playing disc golf. Well, I mean, in one day I could spend easily $400 to $500 on new equipment and, practicing with it. If I want to go practice, like, say, disc golf, I spend 15-20 bucks on a couple new discs, and I go out to my local disc golf course, which luckily they actually have one here, and I just go out and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the nice day. Be that as it may, I like to get outside. I like to play disc golf. I like to play soccer. I played soccer all my life. I enjoy martial arts, and though I really haven't been practicing for quite a while now, actually. It was something that was really big in middle school and high school, and I was very good at it. In fact, one of the very few things that I was really good at. And so, I really didn't have anything else. I didn't go out and party. I didn't go out and, socialize a whole lot. But, martial arts, they were my family. They were the people that I always hung out with and always did things with. And obviously, I'm quite a bit a bigger guy than what I used to be back in high school. I mean, even back in high school when I was at the peak of my martial arts career, I was doing high school soccer. I was doing martial arts, going to tournaments every couple months. I was also in a competitive strength building class. I mean, these are things that happen every single day. I wasn't a lazy ass. I was running around and doing my workouts, lifting weights. Then I'd be running constantly at soccer, and then after that, I would be doing martial arts for a couple hours. I mean, 5 days a week. And yeah, I was in quite a bit better shape than I am now. Of course, my cardiovascular has never been great, and maybe it's because I've intentionally tried to avoid cardio. My kind of cardio is probably running downstairs and running to the fridge, and which may be my issue as far as my weight gain. I like I said, I weighed quite a bit less than what I do now, and of course, I was able to perform at a different level. Some of the tricks and kicks and whatnot that I used to be able to do in Taekwondo versus bicycle kicks and scissor kicks and front handspring throw-ins and things like that I was able to do. And oh my God, I'm living in the past, but that's okay because I know that I was capable at one point in doing that, and granted, I'm getting up there in age, but it would be nice to get back into a certain level of of health and wellness, and getting my physique back that I had, getting back into a healthy body that I can obviously change, and I'm the one that needs to make the change. I see YouTube, and then all of a sudden I'm like, it can wait. I got all the weights down in my garage. I got the treadmill. I got the elliptical. I got tons and tons of workout equipment. This series of Gotham has really got me. I keep turning back to it because I want to watch it. But now that I have gone so far off track, I'm going to try to make videos about. I'd like to say once a week. Hell, I'd like to do it more than that. But I really have trouble coming up with new ideas and talking about things because I don't know what to talk about. But I would much rather talk about things that do matter to me constantly, the things that I want to do, the things that I may have goals for, things that I'm practicing in my life. We'll see. I would like to maybe be an inspiration or be somebody that can motivate somebody else. A lot of people look up to the people that are motivating as people who have, all their shit together. They're the people that are like, oh, this is somebody that I gotta look up to because they're rich, they're famous, they have an amazing body, they obviously take care of themselves, they have good relationships with people. And me, well, I'm not rich, I'm not famous, I don't even have a job, I don't have really good relationships. I have one or two relationships. In fact, one of my best friends, I only talk to him. He lives halfway across the country, and I only talk to him maybe 2-3 times a week. And I have gained some new friends, of course, throughout the years, and people I would like to hang out with. They say the road goes two ways whenever you try to talk to somebody. Or the telephone can call both directions. I'm the one calling. I'm the one texting. I'm the one trying to come over and talk to them. Granted, I can't say that because I never like to go over to people's houses uninvited. I'll call and see if they're cool, and then I'll come over. That's just one of my things. I think it's impolite to just show up on somebody's door, or sit outside in your car and honk the horn and wait for them to come outside. That's rude. And then I guess that would be one of my annoying things. The people more recently seem to think that, oh, well, I'll just text them I'm here, rather than the personal going up and trying to be polite and knocking on their door and being possibly invited in, share a few moments and talking. I'm just not like that. I don't appreciate that kind of disrespect, in my opinion. If I want somebody to come over, let me know. Give me a call. It doesn't take that long. Send me a text message so I can let you know, hey, yeah, you can come over. Or no, I'm busy and I'm watching The Flash or watching TV on Netflix, because that's about all I do. And it's cool because I enjoy being alone. I've been single for a few months now. The last relationship I was in, though, the person was amazing. I mean, this girl was just something. She was out of this world. I mean, it was just. I thought we had this really great connection. We loved each other. I mean, we were making plans for the future. And inevitably I made my mistakes. I was lying. I had done some things that I'm not proud of. I guess the saving grace is the fact that, she does still appreciate me as a friend. And so it's nice to be able to, still have the opportunity to hang out with her and still create or have that friendship. We don't feel too awkward around each other. I mean, sometimes I do, I gotta be honest with you, but most of the time it's weird. I mean, going from a hardcore relationship, I mean, very intimate, very close, to all of a sudden, bam, I'm I'm not with her anymore, and then oh, let's be friends, which is great. Saying we can be friends after a relationship is like the dog dying and saying, oh, let's keep it in the house. It can be more toxic even than being in a toxic relationship in itself, where you're constantly arguing or disagreeing. And granted, every relationship has their arguments. Every relationship has issues and has problems, but it's a matter of communication and being able to get back into it and understand each other and listening. I swear to you, you gotta listen, because even if you're right, even if you know that they are wrong, if you don't listen, then now you have turned yourself wrong. Because they may have the dumbest shit to say. They may have absolutely no ground to stand on as far as what they think you're doing or what you may have done wrong. But that doesn't matter. I mean, I hate admitting to anything that I didn't do as much as anybody else. Sometimes you gotta bite the bullet. I see it from your point of view. I understand you feel that way, and I'm sorry. I swear to you, sometimes it will work. And I've been through enough relationships and arguments, it's unbelievable. One thing I've learned through my life of being single, I really went through a change in my own life. I've done a lot of reading, I've done a lot of self-help, being on YouTube and listening to some of these people talk about getting over depression and anxiety. And it's something that has really helped me to get over these types of things and understand that some issues, of course, may be my fault, but not everything. Obviously there were certain things that this person did, I didn't know what else to do, I didn't know how to handle it. I retaliated and then made it seem worse. I got on the defensive, and instead of saying, okay, I understand how you feel, I'm sorry, let's try to move on from this, and I can show you what I can do that would be better. I didn't do that. I'm the asshole. I did something wrong. I'm going to pay for it. Well, we're breaking up. As many topics as I have covered today for you, I think that it would be nice to kind of end it on this note. I am by far no expert on relationships, but give me an idea. I mean, what do you want to hear? What questions do you have that you might feel that I might be able to give you some advice on? Hopefully it helps. I think I have a pretty good perspective on a lot of things. If not, if you think what I'm saying is a bunch of bullshit, then that's fine too. Have your fun and do what you got to do. Whatever's working for you, just do it. Me, I've had to work on a few things, and through my experience, I think that I haven't nailed it down, of course. And every person is different and every situation is different, but for the most part, there is a very general type of possibility to a solution in which you can overcome certain obstacles in order to become a better person and in order to become the person that is, say, desirable to someone who you appreciate and like. And you can really take it from there. But at this point, I'd like to get into something like this to where maybe my downfall will prevent you from jumping over that cliff, metaphorically. What I would like to leave you with is, be the person that you want to be. Be happy. Be the person that instead of sits back and says, oh, well, I really want to do this, I really want to do that. You gotta write shit down. You gotta take the time to, note down your ideas and put down your goals. Really make it something that's there, that you can see, that you can look at every day, that helps to remind you of who you are, who you want to become, and what good you can bring to the world. I think I'm about out of information for now, and of course this video has probably gone on way too long, but I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you do, give me a like, give me a subscribe. If you actually were able to keep up, I commend you for it.